Take some more time.
Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
The art of magic is mystery, majesty, pageantry, and craft. It's also about history, marketing, networking, and more. All of these topics and others are discussed on Magic Talk with your hosts, renowned magician James Lantine and owner of the White Rabbit Magic Shop, Joshua Lantine. Now on Rough Edge FM.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is yours truly, the one, the only, the handsome, the renowned James Lantine. And don't adjust your dial, because I know you're probably all thinking, oh, he's doing the show alone again. Well, guess who finally decided to come back from the wonderful world of parenting?
Of fatherhood?
Fatherhood. And yeah, hey, so how's it feel?
I am back from fatherhood. At least I'm back to come and do this show, for one.
Yeah, good. That mic looks beautiful right in front of your face like that.
Dude, get the camera to go where I need it to.
Anyway, so welcome back, Josh. You are now you.
I am a father now.
He pulled a baby out of not out of a hat.
No, you know what? I'm gonna be fair. That day, I was the assistant. I was not the magician.
You weren't even the assistant. You were the spectator.
I was the assistant. I was going and I was sitting on the sideline and I was saying, "You can do this, baby. You can do this. I believe in you. Come on, you can do this. Just one more push. You can do it." And she was a champ. She really did.
And this baby was so big that it took hours to work its way out of the hat.
10 pounds.
Yes.
And 22.5 inches long.
So I wasn't sure if you're going to be able to make it or not, Josh. So I actually invited somebody else along who is more handsome, more debonair, and more renowned than the two of us put together.
You're already replacing me? Are you kidding me? I still own the shop. You know that, right?
I didn't replace you. I just had a backup.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Who is it?
The one, the only, the amazing, the spectacular. Well, all right. He couldn't make it. So Doug, we brought Doug. Just Doug.
Yeah, just Doug. Thank you for having me here. Actually, I heard the report that you passed out when your wife was having her baby.
Did I passed out? No, actually, there's more stories that I will regale.
Okay.
Off the air.
So you didn't pass out?
No, I did not.
Okay, that's a rumor.
He would have passed out, but I did not.
Yes.
I did not watch from the catcher's view when my babies were born. I was all from the pitcher.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no catching.
No, he had to go and stay right up at face view. It's like, all right, I can't. I'm going to stay up here, babe.
I think I might have actually been in center field. So, and when the doctor was like, "Hey, why don't you come cut the cord?" It's like, you get paid to do that, not me. So don't be asking me to do your
aren't
job.
Sharp enough.
I know. Don't be asking me to do your job.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, those scissors that they gave me to cut the umbilical cord, it was like they were safety scissors.
You cut the umbilical cord?
I did.
Oh,
that or my son's umbilical cord was made out of what was that? Teflon.
It was
Teflon tape.
Yeah,
Teflon tape. Yeah.
It was like he had
his
one of
umbilical
those
cord was
thick umbilical cord.
Sure.
The doctor was like, "Wow, this is an incredibly healthy umbilical cord."
Oh yeah. I was going at it, I was like, here, fell off. Here. And it was, they gave me the scissors. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's the safety scissors. It would not go in.
Yeah, I need the sharp ones now.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I've adopted.
This is the one show I want to talk about magic. I do not want to talk about cutting umbilical cords.
Magic.
Hey, it was quite the magical feat. All right. My wife was a trooper delivering a 10-pound baby, for God's sakes.
So
if that's not a magic trick, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I'm looking at Doug's picture here, and you know, he reminds me of
what?
You remind me of somebody that's in like the Alzheimer's ward of a nursing home.
Oh my God!
That has escaped.
Oh my God!
and you somehow wandered onto this show.
It's funny because my hospital gown's down in your office. So you're not too far off.
Oh, good.
I didn't really escape. I just told him I'd be right back.
Oh,
He's very persuasive.
That
That's the thing.
4 days ago.
yeah. Nice.
He's very
So-
persuasive.
So Doug's going to be performing this Saturday,
Mm.
and he's very excited about it. As are we. I think we're pretty excited about it, aren't we?
Yeah,
We are.
yeah. I've been hearing about it, and I haven't seen a performance yet, so I can't wait.
Well, I certainly
I'm on
have
pins
seen
and
it.
needles.
I've seen it a few times.
You have? Is
I
it any
have.
good?
I enjoy it. And
Oh, good.
I'm thrilled to be participating here.
All
in
right.
this fantastic spot, the White Rabbit Magic Theater. Is that what it's called?
No.
Well, it's the.
What is it called?
It's sponsored by the White Rabbit Magic Shop, but it is the House of Magic. Yeah.
Didn't I say that?
Yes, you did.
You
Look,
said
I-
magic.
I
Yeah,
just
the word.
escaped from an Alzheimer's
I know.
institution, so give me a break. Or did I?
You didn't have the word
He's-
magic
he's-
in there.
He's playing the part really well.
Yeah.
That's for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, have you officially ever performed on the big stage before? I know you've done other things, but as far as magic.
I've done a lot of magic shows for private parties and things
Okay.
like that. Mostly. There's been a couple of stage performances up in Park City, Utah, and some different places out of state. But most of my magic has been for small groups, 20 to 30 people, private parties. So that's kind of where I come from.
Okay, well, this is a small group.
Well, this is one of the coolest things I'll ever get to do, I'm sure. Is
Oh,
perform here at the White Rabbit Magic Theater.
yeah, we'll go with that. So,
I want the,
The House
recognition.
of Magic. The
Yes.
House of Magic.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm actually
So
thrilled to
that's-
be participating.
See, the House of Magic is the nonprofit,
Mhm.
and that's where all the art classes and the showcases and everything else takes place.
Right.
They have the theater, they own the theater, and they provide the theater and all such things. And then the magic shop, White Rabbit, sponsors it. At least they share space with the House of Magic, and they also like to sponsor a lot of their showcases and such.
All right, so let's be technical.
Oh, good God!
The House of Magic owns the building. White Rabbit leases space from the House of Magic to have its magic shop associated with the nonprofit.
He's all butthurt because he still doesn't own the magic shop. Is what he's trying to say.
All I know is I'm performing here on Saturday night, 7
Yes.
o'clock.
Yes.
And I think it's sold out.
Hey, let's give him a hand for that one! Yay!
So
There's only 2 people, so it doesn't sound. Do you have an applause track? Don't you?
well, no, because we're on
Oh.
this different device and it's not working correctly.
He doesn't practice his stuff too. Come
I
on
know.
now.
So yeah, we're what do you mean we're sold out and it's only 2 people?
No, I mean
That's
it's just
my
2
line.
It's 2 people right here.
It's like we're sold out. Yeah, my mom's coming.
There's actually 3 people here, Josh. I'm still here.
Well, you didn't clap, so
I'm clapping now.
But it's your show, so you shouldn't be clapping.
Oh, okay, I take that
So-
back.
So I went to a it's funny because we have a little wager, right?
Hmm.
Can I talk about the wager?
Of course.
All right. So we have this little wager, $20, that he can't get a standing ovation within the first 2 minutes of a show.
No, the wager is that I can get a.
Well, no, that's
So
your
who's
wager.
betting
My
way?
wager is that you can't. So I'm betting $20 that you can't. You are betting $20 that you can, because I'm the one talking about the wager. I am talking about, therefore, the wager is that you can't get a standing ovation within 22 minutes.
Well, see, you took over my wager, and that wasn't
I
the
did.
wager that we agreed on in the beginning. So you've added to it, which is kind of unfair.
Well, wait a minute. The wager was that you could get a standing ovation in 2 minutes.
Within 2 minutes.
Right.
That's right. That is still the wager.
Which, from my perspective, the wager is that you can't get a standing ovation within 2 minutes.
your stipulation. His whole thing is that I will get a standing ovation within 2 minutes. Yours is I win if you don't.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Is
I'm
that
in.
not
There it
what we
is.
said?
I'm in.
So it reminded me of a situation.
Did we really discuss that?
I don't know. We did now.
I'll go
So,
for it.
So it reminds me of a situation with David Copperfield.
Hmm.
So Josh and I and Nikki went to go see Copperfield perform. And this guy comes up to us and says, "Hey, are you magicians?" And it's like, "Yeah, we have a magic show." "Oh, great. Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate your support, blah, blah, blah." Goes on to the next table and says, "Oh, hey, thanks for coming out. Any of you do magic?" And they were like, "No." And it's like, "Hey, Copperfield's going to come out after this one bit, and he would really appreciate it if you would, give him a standing ovation."
Hmm.
And so they were like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And so then he would skip a few tables. He'd go to the next one and give the same speech. And he kind of did this around the whole auditorium. And I thought, wow, this guy is actually asking for his standing ovation.
Wow.
So here is a billionaire magician who has performed on every stage imaginable, and he takes nothing for chance. I want a standing ovation. I'm going to get a standing ovation. And so when he comes out, not everybody stood up. They didn't quite get the cue. So the assistant, one of the stagehands, comes running out into the middle, ducked down low, comes running out to the middle of the auditorium low, pops himself up and starts, "Yeah!"
Wow.
And then everybody else started going, "Oh," and he got a standing ovation.
Right.
So what I need to ask is, will there be any trickery in your standing ovation, or will this be a legitimate?
This was.
I need to.
This
Hey,
was
if I got
not
$20 on the line,
This is not part of the wager. You did not stipulate whether or not he had to go and follow any rules of getting his standing ovation. However he achieves his standing ovation is all up to him.
Will you be my attorney? Actually, I'll answer that question
okay.
after the show. I'll put it this way. The people out in the audience are not going to be told beforehand to give me a standing ovation like happened with your David
No,
Copperfield.
you're just going to go up and say, "Give me a standing ovation."
I am not. No.
All right. So the words "give me a standing ovation" will not come out of your mouth.
Never.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not never, but not for this particular show. I might say that 2 years from now.
Now, are you testifying before this court that nobody will have been told in advance to give you a standing ovation?
That's correct. That is 100% correct.
Okay.
I'm honest about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nobody in advance has been told, nor will those words come out of your mouth during the said show.
The words might come out of my mouth after the fact. That
After.
the just talking about what the bet was,
Okay.
and it might not work. I might not be funny enough to get it, but I think I am.
Okay. So the wager has been set.
Okay, $20.
All right, are we shaking on it?
I don't know.
We did.
I just feel like
Okay,
I got
we did.
set up somehow, but
No, you did.
Hey, if you're that upset about it, I have $20 in my register where I can loan you that you can give to Doug if you lose.
well, I was going to say I have to give it to him right now, and you're that confident.
I do some very expensive tricks, and I give a lot of props away. I give cards away. I give frames away. I give balls of paper. I give a lot of stuff away, so I have to redeem it somehow.
That's very true.
Yeah.
We were talking about it.
He also makes a mess out of the stage.
That's also very true.
I
How
make a
how
mess
are we
on
going to
the
go?
stage.
How are we going to go and pay for our janitorial services?
I have a vacuum. I bring a vacuum everywhere I go.
Oh, so you're going to do it? Okay,
No,
so that's
I-
also.
Didn't say I was going to do it, but I do provide a vacuum, a bucket, and a mop.
Do you have children?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. Will they be here to do
Uh,
said janitorial services?
no.
Oh well, shoot.
I
We're
thought-
at an impasse
I thought your
again.
daughter was going to be
One
here.
of them will. Yes, one
Okay.
of them
Okay.
will be here, but how she's dressed, she's not going to be doing.
Okay.
janitorial
So
services.
wow,
But,
so
yeah.
that she's gonna be dressed to the nines.
My daughter always dresses very, very nice, no matter whether she's competing on a horse or whatever she's doing. She's kind of.
So she wears an evening gown when she competes on a horse.
She has worn an evening gown. She's worn a bridal outfit. She just did a bar mitzvah day before yesterday at the ranch, that Hummingbird Ranch, for a bar mitzvah, wearing some wild costume. They contacted her to do this bar mitzvah. She's never done that before, and she was stoked to go do it. I don't know what her costume was, but she's been in very many different costumes, doubling everybody from Wonder Woman to, she's in the film industry, so
yes,
lots of costumes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Doug is going to be performing for approximately 1 hour. And I convinced him to do an intermission so that we can serve our snacks and everything like that.
Okay.
I can get to
That was stressing him out.
Oxygen tank. And
Yeah. It was stressing him out for a little bit.
it's
when I asked for
still stressing me out.
For the intermission. He was like, wow, I can't believe you want me to cut my show.
Cut it right there when it depends on the snacks, actually. That's what I'm stressed about.
Nachos.
Okay, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Nachos will be fine.
Yeah. So, all right. Doug, before we continue on,
Yep.
I'm going to allow Joshua to. No, actually, you know what? The heck with that.
My first day back, and he's going on and giving me crap like that.
I know. Do you hear an echo?
What?
I hear an echo.
Hey, come here, mirror. What?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. All right. My gig.
Is it good? Should I buy it? Does it suck? Did I get ripped off? Is it more of a craft project than a magic trick? These questions and more answered now on the Magic Item of the Week here on Magic Talk.
Now, first of all, Josh, I want you to pay attention as to how quickly and
Is
promptly I
it
go
good?
through this.
Should I buy it?
Oh my gosh.
That
Did
was
I get ripped off?
lightning
Is it
fast.
more of a
I had no
project
idea
than a
what
magic
you were
trick?
talking about. It
These
was so quick.
questions and
It's done. So we're going into another track. Okay.
So,
This
Dad?
This is actually a two-part.
Dad,
Yes.
is it good? Should I buy it?
Yes.
Does it suck?
No.
Okay.
Done. Let's go on to the next
Fantastic.
thing. Actually,
On to my thing.
I'm going to do this a little differently.
What's
So we have two sets of billiard balls, manipulation balls, depending on what you want to call them. But we have two sets. We have one called JL Lucas manipulation balls, and then we have one from Bon Lee.
And what's the difference between them?
The reason why I brought these out is I wanted to. Now, first of all, Bon Lee, they're kind of a silicone type ball, so they have a nice rubbery feel to them. They got a really good grip. And for those of you who are not watching on camera, you can actually bounce these and juggle these if you wanted to, but they do have they have a pretty cool grip to them. As
when
does
you're holding them in between your fingers, they're able to manipulate well.
Yeah. As does the Lucas balls.
Those as well. Is it a silicone still?
It's kind of a rubbery silicone. Yeah. These are both 1.75 inch balls. They both have pretty much the same kind of feel. Why am I hearing this again?
Talk. Go ahead, talk.
I'm talking.
No, you're not.
I hear myself on the outside as well as the inside. I don't know.
Can
you hear me on the outside? Is it the speaker? I don't know. Anyway, so both of them have exactly that same kind of feel. The major difference is the gimmick. One gimmick is much thinner than the other gimmick. The Bon Lee gimmick is relatively thick.
Okay.
And can somewhat be detectable. The JL gimmick is relatively thin.
Now I noticed
much better gimmick.
I noticed too.
See?
With the difference.
If you're on the camera,
Yeah, it's very angle sensitive.
Yes.
As far as that's concerned. Now, I noticed too with the difference in between the JL and the Bond Lee. The Bond Lee had 2.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say.
Does JL have 2 as well, or no?
No.
Okay.
So JL has 1. Bond Lee actually comes with a dual gimmick.
Yeah.
Which is okay. There are some uses to it.
I had not gone and watched any of the videos in relation to it, so I don't know exactly for certain what their purpose that they said was for. So you're very kind of angle sensitive when you're manipulating them.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go and flash all angles of them.
But the Bond Lee gimmick is there's a little bit of a breather in it, so it's not like a really snug bit of a breather, and again, it's thick. So for that reason, I am going to say that the JL Lucas billiard balls win over Bond Lee.
Really?
Yeah. Now, yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, if you buy Bond Lee, we carry them. They're not. It's not like it's not good enough to be on our list of inventory, so we definitely carry them. They're definitely a good billiard ball, but when it comes to a side-by-side comparison, I would definitely say that the Lucas balls are a little bit more superior than the Bond Lee balls.
So you personally like those ones better?
I do.
Now, there's another thing that I noticed that is different between the two. The JL balls only have 3 billiard balls, and then the Bond Lee balls have 4.
You are correct in that.
Now, I don't know if there's a huge difference between those two, or if they've
you picked up on that. I had no clue.
oh, joy! When it comes to teaching my son how to count, I know who to take him to.
Yeah.
Funny the accountant has a problem with that.
3. There are 4 balls in the Bond Lee ball set. And there are 3 balls in the JL set, which is standard, by the way,
3
for billiard balls.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 is standard.
So you're getting an extra with Bond Lee.
Well, you could do one thing that you could probably do with the Bond Lee,
but you get the full 4-ball grip when you have the all 4 spaces in your hand.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to do this. Man, my belly's starting to pick up again. I gotta stand up. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. No, that was terrible. I can't do this. 1, 2. That one vanishes. That one appears. Okay, that was awful. Might have to cut that one out of the video.
Should I be seeing this?
I don't know. That was not a very good angle.
We're far too close.
That was not a very good angle position.
But I have seen it with at least with Bond. He goes and he has
into that right position. Whew. There's 2. Take one away. Oh, that's just 1. Okay. Anyway,
Bond, he has it where he has he goes and makes it to where all 4 slots in his hand have a ball at the very end of it, and he has another gimmick where it's an instant 4 that he goes and he creates. That is a quick load.
We used to have that gimmick, and we sold it.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, that gimmick comes in white.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work very well with green balls.
Does it? Can it be reloaded with other colors? I forget.
You'd have to get them made that way.
Oh,
Anyways, that's my segment. We'll be on Facebook shortly, momentarily, to cut out that one little blip.
It wasn't that big. Well, it was.
I don't want to. Yeah, didn't want to give out any reveals on that. So, if you're watching it live, congratulations. If you're not, you're gonna miss it.
Now, one other question: how much do those cost? You always give me crap for that one.
So we're going to be going back to Doug now.
Okay.
So I was just reviewing the trick. I wasn't thinking about having to do the cost.
You don't remember how much those cost?
No, I don't.
So I remember correctly.
I should have brought up the tag.
That one, Von Lee, I believe, is $100.
So while he's looking that up, Doug, is there anything during the show that you are doing new?
Doing new for me?
Yes.
Well, the whole show's new to me, the way I have it laid out.
Okay, but I mean, are there any of the effects that are new?
There's 4 of my creations that I'm going to be doing.
But are there any effects that are brand new to you?
No.
So these are all things you've done before.
Yes.
So nothing that you came up with and said, "Oh, I'm going to like introduce this." So there's like no big fan thing that we can do and be like, "Come to see Doug Coleman live at the House of Magic to witness this one and only."
No.
Okay.
I will be doing one thing, hopefully, if there's enough time, that I've never done before with my wife.
So you've done it before, but not with your wife.
I've only done it one time in my career.
But you have 2 kids.
I do have 2 kids.
Okay, we're not going to take the show there.
I think you just did.
I did. So you've only done it one time.
Yes.
Before.
Yes.
And that was with me.
It was.
And that was the first time you did that?
That's the first time I've done that.
Wow. Oh,
Do you
and
feel special?
I got to share the moment with you.
Oh, shucks.
Even before your wife. Wow.
Yeah, well,
That's awesome.
Do you feel
So-
special?
I do. I feel tremendously honored now.
it's a funny little gag.
It is a funny little gag.
Yeah.
And if anyone after seeing the show wants to buy any of that funny little gag,
Yeah.
I think we have 20 kilos of that stuff.
Oh, you're thinking of a different gag.
Oh,
You're thinking of a different.
is that not how you define the weight on those? No, it's
Yeah, I think we're giving too much away.
okay.
All right. Would you like to know
Yes.
the
Jail.
it's actually what
Jail.
the Bond Lee is actually
89.
Bond Lee is actually $80, by the way.
Okay, $80
Excuse
for the
me.
bond lease.
And then what's the JL?
You didn't look up both of them before you cut in to tell us what they were?
No. It was a JL billiard balls.
Way to be prepared. JL Lucas.
JL Lucas.
58.97.
I'm holding you to that.
Everything is now even dollar amounts in our store.
$58.
We got rid of all the pennies.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's good.
But tax goes and screws that
it
one
all.
up.
Yeah, it screws it all up. But if you buy it online and you buy something for $20, you pay $20.
Thanks, Uncle Sam.
Right.
So we could do no tax. No, because that'd be dumb. We'd pay for it.
It's true.
Aren't you an accountant? Sometimes. Did you actually say that with your outside voice?
I did. Yeah.
He does it a lot.
Yeah, that actually slipped out my lips.
You might want to cut that out.
So,
How you doing, Josh?
Yeah.
you know what we actually thought of doing was including the tax in the price.
That I'm still interested in doing that. I've seen a couple of stores take that up, and I feel like we can, with just a little bit of extra math, we can go and do that.
The only problem is when people buy online, if they're out of state, they don't pay tax, but then we'd be charging them for the tax.
Sounds
That's
like
true.
a win-win.
Yeah, a little extra.
What if it's Nevada?
Then you'd end up paying the sales tax here.
Can I see that, please?
So we do not have this in the system, apparently.
No, we do not.
So we actually have somebody coming in and chatting.
Very
Hi.
nice.
Do you have a question for Doug? So they're probably not in the computer, which would not be the first time that we have some amazing items in our store that have not made it to the point of sale system. So, Doug, is that what you're leaning towards? Is that we should increase the price by the sales tax, keep it even dollar amount?
It's hard for it's hard for me to weigh in on something like that.
And then even if you're in Nevada, you pay that same price?
I'm going to stay out of that one.
Why? You live in Utah, not
police
Nevada.
officer.
You're a police officer.
Wow. No, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, your prices are so below anybody's anyway. It's just remarkable. So I think that increase people wouldn't even notice it.
All right.
I mean, it's a.
So we have a question from our audience.
Okay.
How long have you been performing?
How long?
I think the question is about magic. How long have you been performing magic? Because we know how long you've been performing stuntman.
Yes.
Duke's a jeez.
Thank you very much. Ta-da.
Wow, did you do that?
It's a gift. Don't be jealous. Don't be
That
jealous.
scared you.
Holy crap.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I need to go use the bidet.
Yes. I think you don't need to. Just looks at things here.
Yeah.
Yes. How long have I been performing? I've been playing with magic since I was 6 years old. And the last 10 years, I've actually been doing small shows. And when I'm on the movie sets and things like that, I always have something going on because we have a lot of downtime in between takes or in between setups and so on. And I stay occupied. If I'm not busy doing something, I stay occupied with doing magic for people when they're not busy. So that's been my performances throughout my entire life. Now that there's a strike happening and there's some other things going on, and not to mention I'm an old guy now.
Wait, you don't have to mention it because if they're watching on live, they can see that.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, I was standing in front of the mirror yesterday in the bathroom. My wife walked in, and I was looking, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look at these old wrinkles! I feel so old and out of shape, and I'm overweight, and my gray hair." And I looked at my wife and I said, "I need a compliment." And she looked back at me and she says, "Well, at least you still have good eyesight." So yeah, I'm a little bit old. But I love doing magic, and I love to see people smile and see people walk away with a mystery.
So 6 years old. What got you started?
I went to a magic show when I was 6 years old, and the magician, old style magician, top hat, rabbit, all that kind of stuff, woman in a box. And I was with my grandmother, and I kept saying to my grandmother, "I know how he's doing that." And she'd go, "Shh." I said, "No, I think I know how." So after the show was over, I snuck up on stage, behind the stage when he wasn't looking.
6 years old.
6 years old, yeah.
Okay.
And I looked through the box and I saw this fake. I was right. I was 100% right on everything that I could examine before he started chasing me around the stage and, "Get out of here, you little." And, but that was the spark. And I went home that day going, "Okay, that's magic. That's magic. That's pretty simple." So my grandmother showed me a little magic
Even
trick.
an idiot can do that.
Well, I thought that even I could do that. And that was because that was the spark. And my grandmother showed me a trick when we got home. It's a simple string trick that you tie in a knot and you chew the string together. And never looked back, and just been playing with it my whole life.
So your grandmother was your initial influence.
Yes.
So now, were you raised by your grandma, or
No.
just spend a lot of time with her?
I spent some time with her. She lived close enough by us. This was in Salt Lake City, Utah, that I could ride my bike to her house, my bicycle, at that age, back then.
Yeah, we rode bikes through the neighborhood. We did it without helmets,
All that stuff.
and we stayed out until the lights came on,
That's right.
and we survived.
Yes, we did.
So
That was a great time.
I say it like we're the same age. I mean, I'm
Oh, give me a
close, but I don't think much has changed from when you were a kid and I was a kid.
Well, yeah.
Well, I gotta say, I can't see the top of his head, so all I see is that he's got gray beard. You've got a gray beard, so all I can tell is you guys are the same age, based off of the facial hair.
I admit that I'm pretty old, but I have to say I feel pretty young.
Yeah,
you know,
he does. He looks and acts pretty young. I have not gotten because I have a UV allergy. So I have not gotten a lot of sun,
right?
Which is why I don't have a tremendous amount of wrinkles.
Right.
You have probably been outside an enormous amount of time.
All my life. I mean, I was a lifeguard for many, many years.
Yeah.
Most of my physical things were outside. Well,
I mean, as you can look at this body, you can tell it doesn't go out a lot, which is why. And there's not a lot of physical activity, so there's no wear on the body.
He's calling lucky man. He's calling himself pasty.
Yeah,
plump and pasty. Yeah. I lost. I'm down 17 pounds. When I was in my 30s, I was 165 pounds soaking wet.
Right,
and then I got mono, and ever since then, it just kept tacking on and tacking on and tacking on. I mean, I could eat, I could have 5 Dr. Peppers a day. I could go through 2 bags of Doritos. I could have, steak and cheese and whatever. And I would lose 3 pounds.
Sure.
And
that metabolism going
on. And then when mono hit, it reversed, and it was like, whoa, what's happening? And then all of a sudden one day I woke up in the morning and I looked and I went, who's this dude?
Right.
It catches up to you.
You knocked 15 Dr. Pepper empty cans off your bed and all.
Yeah, I got them out of the way, and I'm like,
what you described wasn't a really healthy diet. Then or now.
Okay. What happens when you die? What do they do to your body?
Would you guys like to know how much these billiard balls cost?
Yeah. Did you actually find it?
I did.
Okay.
They might kill you anyway. It's $125.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, so
I would still like the Bon Leave or not Bon Leave, the JL balls, right?
Yes, I like JL balls better.
This is how you die, by the way.
So, all right,
and that's not just because it's our initials.
Yeah. So so when you die, they put preservatives in you to help. When they embalm, it's preservatives that help.
That's one way.
Yeah, that help keep the body from decomposing fast and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's one way.
Okay, so Dr. Pepper, Doritos. I mean, tons of preservatives.
Sticking to this story.
It's true. It's tons of preservatives.
Sure.
So
that's why you drink pickle
my
juice.
Body is no, I do not. But my body is perfectly preserved.
I see.
So, okay.
That's a $37 cost that they're not going to have to do then, is it?
Well, no, because I'm already preserved. But cancer and all that kind of stuff, it can't live in my body. It's way too toxic.
Yeah.
Well,
so
is that like what was that? The A Princess Bride, where it's what happened? Why did he die? Well, I slowly got myself used to lidocaine by ingesting myself with lidocaine over the course of many years, and got myself a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
So over the course of many years,
I drank the poison. Yeah. And now the poison is a part of me.
Well, I think it's outstanding that you've lost that weight. You look great. I barely recognized you when I saw you today.
Well, it's because it's the first time we saw each other face to face.
Actually, you weren't wearing heels, is why.
Yeah. I had pants on. So anyways, true story.
Yeah.
A woman in Texas celebrating her 106th birthday, getting interviewed by the news by a news agency, and they said, "What do you contribute your longevity to?" She takes them into the living room, and there is a stack of 4 cases of Dr. Pepper. And she said, "I drank 3 Dr. Peppers a day. I've been doing it for the last 80 years." That's what she contributes her longevity to. I did the math. I went, crap. I'm gonna be alive till like 220. So that's why I cut back on Dr. Pepper, because I don't want to live that long. No.
I've had 3 doctors tell me that this stuff is gonna kill me, and they've all died before me.
That's
And
right.
it tastes good. That's why I drink it. And it's good for you.
That's right.
That's what
And
she
besides, it keeps you regular. It's got prune juice.
Does it?
said.
well, it used to.
It's
Yeah.
prune juice,
Oh, wow.
basically what it is.
Yeah.
Dr.
Right.
Pepper? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Prune juice.
Which is a
and
good
Dr.
thing I
Pepper.
didn't know that originally, because I would have never touched it.
You know, I haven't had a soda in probably since Captain America, about 9 years.
Really?
I haven't had a soda.
Why?
Condolences.
Well, just because it's not healthy for me.
Thank you.
Sugar. For me.
Thank you.
Just for me. I'm not talking about you.
That's great. Thank
but
you.
I'm talking about me.
I appreciate, because so many people, just because it's not healthy for you, they just want to, invoke their thought process onto you.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not going to judge you for being so stupid about your food. No. No, but I just try. It's been many years, and
Oh, we have another question.
oh boy,
Have you ever wanted to do magic full time?
have I ever wanted to do magic full time? It's getting to that point. I wished I've had such a wonderful career making films as a stuntman, stunt coordinator, directors, and I wished I could go back in time to start doing magic shows probably 15 years ago. But I'm where I'm at right now, and yes, I want to do this pretty much full time.
So you want what we have.
Yes. Yeah.
He's ready for the transition.
All right. I'll sign. It's yours.
So yeah, I mean that's truly how I feel. There's so many. I'm involved in so many different things. There's there's a lot of different avenues that I participate in that I don't want to give up. But magic full time, I could really sink my teeth into it because I don't have a lot of time left. Speaking of time, so and I love to perform. I love to see your reactions, people's reactions, and that makes me feel really good. So yes, I do.
So it's about the experience that you bring to people,
100%,
and what they give back to you by watching.
100%.
That totally feeds you.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. I was asked one time how I would describe heaven. And I said, heaven to me is what I feel like when I'm on stage. Nothing matters. There isn't a care in the world except for what's happening right at that moment.
Right. It's pretty,
and that's
pretty
my
great place to be, right?
Yep. All right. Joshua is a little sad right now.
Oh.
So let me
patiently waiting.
Yeah, let me just feed him real quick.
Did we just have an earthquake? I'm kidding.
You're probably not.
He can't feel anything.
If we look on the Richter scale, I'm sure there's one thing going on.
3.7. That's nothing.
Nothing. So you know what they estimate the highest what do you call it? 6 point, what is it? Magnitude. Do you know what they estimate the highest magnitude earthquake could be in California?
Yeah, an 8 point something. 8 point something.
Yeah, they were. Well, the thing I was reading was like 7.6 in this area.
Oh, in this area, but
yeah,
talking California.
Yeah, I think it's like 8.
Right, somewhere in that.
Yeah,
I was around for the Northridge earthquake, which was quite fun.
Was it?
At 4:31 in the morning, and I lived on the epicenter with my wife and my 2 young kids.
Oh,
got picked up, thrown out of bed. We didn't have one thing in a refrigerator, not to mention everything in every cupboard was gone. I ran down a hallway to grab my son. I have very good spatial awareness and very good, I understand spatial awareness. And I ran down to grab my son. His crib had bounced across the room. It's pitch black, and it's like you're on a flatbed of a train going through a tunnel. That's how loud everything was. I grabbed my son. As I'm turning, I'm getting pelted in my head by the plaster on the ceiling. I run back down this hallway again, my spatial awareness tells me that it was raising up about 10 inches and going back and forth about 1.5 feet. That's the hallway. I ran into the back bedroom. Now, the doors, because of the shifting of the building, were swinging open. We didn't open them. They were swinging open on their own. I ran out the back door onto the patio, jumped over this pile of bricks. Where did that come from? That was from the smokestack that went into the front room. These were the loose bricks that were dropping down. So that's what I went through. My wife, Eliza,
who you completely forgot about, and your daughter.
Yeah, they're still there in Northridge. I haven't seen them since, but I heard they're doing well. No, she grabbed our daughter, and we went back. We went outside, and then from that moment on, it was just grabbing our kids, looking them in the face, going, "Okay, there's going to be these. It's called an aftershock, and we're going to. Ooh, there's one. Oh, that was a 3. That was nothing. We had to make it a game. Inside, like just lost everything you own. I immediately ran around the neighborhood, and I had a wrench zip tied or safety wired to our gas meter. So I immediately turned ours off because the smell of gas was just very prominent. Ran around the whole neighborhood and did that. And then we camped out. We made it a fun little camp out. We barbecued and everything else. We had the neighborhood kind of gather around the stunt people. And so that's what we lived through. We lost our house. It was, red flagged, rebuilt, 8, 9 months, something like that to rebuild. Lived there 2 more years, and then moved. But that's my hopefully only
that sounds exciting
earthquake story.
And what was that earthquake? What was the magnitude?
6 point something.
6 point something did all of that?
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
Where our next door neighbor didn't get anything, but we lost our house. We had 2-inch cracks in our foundation that had to be, it was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. How do we get on that subject? Oh, because you were talking about earthquakes. Good.
Yeah. What makes you say that?
So let's speaking of earthquakes, let's let Joshua take us on his.
Yes.
There is an outbreak among us. It is limited to only a small portion of our population. They have a sickness. They have an addiction. They collect bicycle playing cards, which is bad for them, but great for us because we have almost 500 decks of playing cards to choose from. They'll go crazy in here. They'll spend every last penny they... This is their story. This is Playing Cards Anonymous, here on Magic Talk.
He's going to open up another deck.
Solid illustration that looks like kind of like the original. If you remember the original at all, very close to this. except the other ones, they are a little darker, a little more true to the red-blue color form. This one is only one monochrome type of color. And the pips themselves, you can only really read the pips on these two corners, and you can see them on the center right there. Doug, if you want to see
so
that.
these are solid face cards.
Yeah, pretty much.
But because of the way they are designed, you can really only indicate what the card style is or the card value is by those corners.
By the corner, and you can in the center, because it does tell you it's somewhat difficult. You got to get used to reading it, but it's different to read it in the center, where it tells you the suit of what it is.
You're holding the 2 of spades.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier to read in the corner with the corner pip, but it will tell you what it is in the center as well. It'll tell you the value, and it'll tell you the suit based on how many pips you got. That also is like what they did in the first ones. Actually, this one tells shows you what you're looking at a little bit more.
And there goes the camera. So,
but this one, that's kind of weird.
This is obviously not a magician's deck. It's not something you're going to perform with, because it's going to be too hard or too confusing for people to necessarily know what card they got.
I wouldn't.
I mean, it's not like hugely confusing, but it's enough that it would be like, wait a minute, what's this?
The ease of
card collectors.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where it's a card collector's type of deck, or for a hobbyist. I wouldn't go and use it as a performance deck myself. It's not one that's akin to that style of performance. These are the Jokers, by the way. Does not match the deck style at all, but
they're bicycle Jokers.
Yes, they are. But
so it's funny, the viewers are now starting to come back because it's towards the end of the segment. It is. I'm serious. Really they're getting up there, and see, we're up to 5 now.
Oh god.
So
he's really mean to me about this. I don't know why he doesn't like playing cards. He doesn't like playing cards, which is funny because playing cards are one of the things that we sell the most of at the shop over anything else that we sell. I see it over and over and over again. What do we sell the most of? Decks of cards, decks of cards, decks of cards. People from even out of the country, what do they buy? Decks of cards. What does he hate? The fact that I continually buy and sell decks of cards over and over and over and over and
let's
over
be honest.
again.
What I hate is that he opens up every single deck of cards.
I have to say I'm not a real fan of cards.
No? Get out.
See you later. No, I enjoy it, and I love that you do this. And
so this, the nice thing, I will say this: the nice thing about this, as a hobbyist, I appreciate the look of them. It's a very interesting deck to use. If you're going to play games with this, it's a nice deck to use with that. I appreciate the 2 gaff cards you get with it. It's interesting that you get these 2 gaff cards. It's a double back and then a double face. Plus, it's an air cushion finish, which means I have high hopes for my favorite thing to do with cards, which is this guy. Let's see what we do. Let's find. Oh god, find out. Yep,
got it.
Just like that. From the face, perfect. Just like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So he's now displaying the cards perfectly symmetrically, fanned or shuffled into a shuffle deck Pharaoh, which has mixed the cards, and now he's attempting to do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. He has done it. He has completed the task. Once again, he is displaying the beautifully fanned or shuffled cards into the deck. Now he is doing a double-decker Okay, that was a definite fail, ladies and gentlemen. That was a definite fail. He was attempting to do a double-decker fan. Instead, he got a pile of nothingness.
There you go.
Ooh, oh, look, they
Yeah,
all
there you
fell.
go.
Oh, my gosh, ladies.
There you go.
We are now doing a 52 card pickup.
Oh, that was a spring.
Okay.
Not a spring, but a waterfall.
Yeah, that was a waterfall. Okay, we'll go with
Check it
that.
out.
So how much are these cards?
These cards are actually $15.
$15. Now, thanks to Mr. Doug Coleman, we are going to be taking a serious look at increasing the value of the products by the cost of the tax, which means if you order outside of the state of California, we'll need to give you a discount.
I think people are going to like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
A good idea for sure.
All right. So, Doug, what are you anxious for the most with tomorrow night's performance?
Well, I don't plan on being here tomorrow night. I'm coming up on Saturday night. But
Wow.
you okay with that?
Well, yeah, but the audience is coming tomorrow. Total blunder.
Well, let's just cut that out and do that again. Then.
Okay, on Saturday, Doug, what are you most looking forward to? Now, keeping in mind that an overwhelming majority of these people are friends of yours.
Well, I know them.
Yes.
I don't know if they're friends.
Okay.
I don't really have any.
Do you
friends.
really want to? Do you really want to say that
That's
openly
a
and publicly?
stated way of putting it.
No, I'm thrilled that the majority of the people that are coming are friends of mine who've seen me perform for parties and things like that. And once they heard about it, they just wanted to come and see it. So I'm thrilled about that. What am I anxious about? I'm anxious about just coming and doing a great job and relying on you for the music that you're going to provide. And thank you again for today. Thanks very much. We kind of talked it through, and I think the music's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm stoked to be here, and I'm stoked to continue doing this.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we are stoked to have you. So, Josh, will you be there on Saturday?
I am trying to, yes.
He's trying.
We'll see what happens.
We're sold out. Sorry.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Shit. I knew I should have.
Wow. That just completely changed the show.
we'll bleep it out. Sorry.
Huh.
We'll bleep that one out. But yes, shoot. That's what I said.
I heard shyster.
Shoot.
Shyst.
Shoot.
Oh, are you guys talking to me?
No, yeah.
Shoot is what I said
Yes.
because I missed out on it.
Yeah.
But yes, I will see.
No,
So we
I'll
are
see you
sold
there.
out, but we do have some secretly hidden seats. So, if you have not gotten your tickets yet, you can still give it a shot because we don't like to turn people away unless, of course, it's, another 70 people that show up at the door.
Right.
Yeah. Though, if that does happen, if it's that many people who are just dying to see you, maybe there's a number 2. Day number 2.
There you go.
There
Number
could be.
2 and the word you used.
I mean, this is just the pilot, so
No, we're gonna do a show. So if the show ends at 8:00, we'll do another one at 9:00.
no,
and
we
people
won't.
No?
No.
All right. So your age is reflecting in
Yes.
that comment.
100%.
See, it's his bedtime. There we go.
I was in the bathroom looking in the mirror the other day. My wife.
She said,
He
what are
has
these
to-
bags
he-
under my eyes? And she said, "Oh, you're tired." I say, "Oh, okay, I'll take a nap."
Yeah.
He has to be back at the home by 9:00.
Yes.
So
Yes. With my hospital gown.
yes. Yep. But anyway, Doug, we are truly excited to have you on the stage.
Thank
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and you are a tremendously kind-hearted person. You're a good guy, and
Awesome. Joy to be around.
given your history of mental illness, no,
He's making this sound really
Yeah.
bad.
given
I'm not
your
shy. Go ahead.
given your history.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody, Trudy just chimed in and she said she's sorry we are going to miss the show. And Julie is looking forward to the show.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, you have an incredible background with your stunts and your directing and all of that. You have mingled and rubbed noses with some of the biggest names in Hollywood, and yet you are an incredibly humble guy.
well, thank you.
So
yeah. Well, that's why we are friends.
I get it, because Lord knows you would not be associating, with me. I mean, I totally understand that.
The other way around.
Well, you said it exactly the way it was meant to be said, and I totally get it. I mean, who wants to hang out with a loser like this unless you are humble?
Another loser. But the funny thing, we're not losers. We just enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
And I have such a great time doing this with you guys. Good laughs, good fun, talking about births that are one of the most important things in the world, down to what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
It's just a roller coaster of fun things to talk about.
Yeah. And I will tell you that the only reason why I do what I do, because the amount of stress and anxiety and everything else that comes with trying to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
The only reason is because of the passion and the belief in what we're doing.
People don't realize, well, some do, that, when you're performing on stage as a magician or doing anything like that, they're seeing the final outcome. They're not seeing the hours and hours and hours of rehearsals and pocket management and things like that, putting things together. They're seeing the final outcome. And it's the same in the film industry. They don't see the hours and hours that we put in and dedicate to do whatever it is we're going to do.
Yeah, the 4 hours that it took to set up that 15-second scene.
Or a lifetime of developing skills to perform. I was talking to you earlier about that.
Yeah.
They don't see all that stuff. They see the final outcome with 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. So magic for me, I mean, I've been rehearsing stuff that I will never perform, but those things that I'm rehearsing help other things. I know I'm not going to do cups and balls ever in front of anybody, but I do those kind of things just for my own head. And I love it. I just love magic.
So for Joshua and I, the things they don't see are the hours and hours and hours that Joshua researches tricks and learns them, and then teaches me, and I steal it in like 3 minutes. So,
well, that's because he's such a good teacher.
Oh no, it's just he finds the really good tricks, and then I go, oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it.
Right.
So,
yes, the things that I don't show him because I've gotten smart to the idea of, hey, he's going to steal that.
Yes. Dunbarry's illusion or delusion.
Delusion.
Yeah, Dunbarry's delusion is a perfect.
Still doesn't do it the way that I had gone and improved on with it.
No, he does not, but he still steals it, and he still enjoys doing it. And I always do it before he ever has an opportunity to, because I'll go first.
I'll say, so. You know what? There's a way that people do it that I learned it from. And then there's a way that I do it that I reworked it with. I got to say, no beef to the way that the people do it that I learned it from. The originators, I will probably say, at least the original people that I learned it from, on a video from Murphy's Magic. But I think I do it better.
There you go. All right. With that being said, we'll leave Joshua on top to this week. So Doug, Saturday, 7:00 again. It is sold out, but if you want to take a chance, we do have some hidden seats available, provided that you get there early enough to grab them before somebody else does.
At the White Rabbit Magic, what was it?
Yeah, at that place. So thanks. We are totally looking forward to it. You are a lot of fun, and Doug, you just increased our ratings by
I'm by 3.
No, actually we were as high as 6. So you took us.
Be jealous.
You took me, yeah. You took us from our mom to some other, probably like cousins or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I saw my mom up there. I saw Grandma. Some more people.
Up there. Okay.
And pay no attention to the earthquake that's going on right now with the camera shaking. That is not an earthquake. That is Joshua's tremor with his knees. So he shakes everything. Anyways, thanks for all listening. We will be looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. It's going to be a great show. On Sunday, we have Nathaniel Siegel coming to do a redo of his show. He's
Redo. What was wrong with the first one?
he's really excited about it. He had so much fun doing it the first time. He wants to do it a second time.
So nice. He has to come back and do it twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then we are prepping for the Magic Mashup
I'm excited
happening
to
at
see
the Oxnard
that.
Performing Arts Center.
Can't wait to see that.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And at the beginning of September, we have Michael Murph coming to the stage. So that will be a good show as well. Anyway, thank you all for listening. And gentlemen, we are out.
Thanks very much.
Abracadabra, hocus pocus, presto. Pick a card, any card. Some words are magic. They sparkle with the promise of something wonderful. But they're still just words until you add that something wonderful to the mix. And that's what you'll find at the White Rabbit Magic Shop in Santa Paula. Their inventory includes world-class tricks and illusions that are not only for sale, but that they will teach you to master. In addition, White Rabbit Magic Shop is world-renowned for its amazing collection of bicycle playing cards, with nearly 500 decks in stock. So, if you're serious about magic, then say it with us. At the White Rabbit Magic Shop, we believe in magic. The White Rabbit Magic Shop, located at 15500 Telegraph Road, Suite B15 in Santa Paula. For more information, please call 805-850-3051 or check us out online at wr-magic.com. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.